their responsibility for feeding their chick. So when one of them dies, there's a higher chance of the chick also passing away. BirdLife says it wants to benefit both wildlife and local communities, so its bird scaring lines are assembled by a team of disabled workers in Cape Town. They've also lobbied fishing companies to encourage them to use the devices built here.
Fishermen would rather catch a big tuna than a bird. A tuna is worth around $10,000 and a bird is worth nothing. So the economic incentive for them is huge to using bird scaring lines rather than not using bird scaring lines and catching and killing birds.
Since the Albatross Task Force was set up in 2004, it's seen a 90% reduction in the number of seabirds killed by southern African fisheries. The hope is to replicate its success in other parts of the world to ensure these majestic birds can keep reproducing for years to come. Maini Jones, BBC News, Cape Town.
Wonderful pictures to see there from South Africa. Do stay with us here on BBC News. Hello again. It's a cold day ahead today and it's going to get colder as we go through the next few days, particularly through the weekend. There's snow showers in the forecast as well. Frequent snow showers and icing conditions in northern Scotland. By the end of Friday, we could have 10 to 20 centimetres of snow, maybe a bit more, in northern Scotland on the hills. But we'll see some of that at lower levels. Not so much today. A lot of dry weather, some stubborn fog in the south, which could linger all day. Windy with some frequent showers across the north of Scotland and temperatures 4 to 8 degrees. Now, if you're going out to celebrate the new year tonight, we've got two bands of showers. First one moving south, the second one following on right behind it. Some of those will be wintry on the hills and under clear skies in the south once again. It's going to be cold. We'll have some frost in sheltered parts. Temperatures could actually fall away to -4. So a cold start to the day tomorrow. Our first band of showers clears. There'll be some sunshine. Then the second band clears. The showers come down to low levels of wintry showers in Scotland, and with gales in the north and the east, they're likely to be blowing. And we could see a few wintry showers in the hills of Northern Ireland and also northwest Wales. Some sleet potentially at lower levels. As we head on through Friday and into the weekend, it does remain cold. It will also be windy in the north, and some of us will see some snow showers.
We're going inside the world of entertainment TV with the people behind some of the biggest hits.
Celebrity Traitors, Hunted, Pointless, all are formats enjoyed by millions around the world. But how do you go from an idea to a blockbuster?
It's all on the Media Show on BBC News.
2025 has been remarkable in the world of US politics and for President Trump's second term in office.
For our end-of-year special, we'll take you back month by month.
The highs and the lows, the good and the bad.
So join us here on The President's Path on BBC News.
I am here in Los Angeles to speak to Arden Cho. She is the voice of Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. We sat down with her as part of BBC Global Women to speak about her career in Hollywood, her next projects, the success of K-pop Demon Hunters, and of course, those Oscar rumours.
Did it feel that The X-Files somehow restricted your career as an actor?
It certainly did when I was filming. You know, we had such short hiatuses, and I had a small child by the time we were in our second season even, and so you know, doing anything at all during that period of time was madness. And yet I was approached by Terence Davies to do The House of Mirth, and the opportunity was so great that I said yes to that. I knew that I wanted my career to have that scope, and I knew that it was important to show myself and other people that I could do something other than Scully.
Watch on iPlayer. Now
how BBC News reflects on significant events for the royal family in 2025, the royal year.
The King shares good news on his cancer journey and champions the importance of screening.
Early diagnosis, quite simply, saves lives.
Meanwhile, his younger brother Andrew loses both his titles and his home. Looking out for the environment, Prince William is welcomed to Brazil. His brother Prince Harry sits down with the BBC.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore.
And getting in the festive spirit at the Princess of Wales annual carol concert. The shadow of cancer has hung over the King since his diagnosis was announced in February 2024. He has continued to fulfil a busy schedule both in the UK and elsewhere, combining duties with regular treatment. 6 months after first having to cancel a visit to this Birmingham hospital due to an adverse reaction to his treatment, the visit did go ahead. He told one patient with regard to his recovery that it wasn't too bad. At a palace reception for those affected by cancer, he released a deeply personal message, talking of diagnosis being a daunting and frightening experience. And then in December, the most significant update yet on his own condition.
Today, I am able to share with you the good news that thanks to early diagnosis, effective intervention and adherence to doctors' orders, my own schedule of cancer treatment can be reduced in the new year. This milestone is both a personal blessing and a testimony to the remarkable advances that have been made in cancer care in recent years. Testimony that I hope may give encouragement to the 50% of us who will be diagnosed with the illness at some point in our lives.
The King's words reportedly led to a significant increase in people logging on to an online cancer checker. It was a positive health update and a campaigning message.
In October, the world's media set up camp here at these rather unassuming gates near Windsor. The reason? About half a mile beyond them is Royal Lodge, the mansion the King's younger brother Andrew has called home for the last 20 years or so. Once again, he was at the centre of a global media storm. The then Prince Andrew and ex-wife Sarah Ferguson arrived at the funeral of the Duchess of Kent, unaware that the following month they would both have their titles and home in Windsor removed. It came after years of accusations and allegations stemming from their friendship with a convicted paedophile. Andrew's continued relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced US financier, after his child sex abuse conviction had already led to him having to step back from royal duties. In 2019, his attempt to justify the relationship and lack of apology to Epstein's victims in an interview with the BBC proved hugely damaging.
You regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
Now, still not. And the reason being is that the people that I met and the opportunities that I was given to learn, either by him or because of him, were actually very useful.
2 years later, Andrew settled a court case with Virginia Giuffre, the woman who alleged she was trafficked by Epstein and had sex with Andrew when she was 17 years old. He has always denied the allegations, but reportedly settled with her for many millions of pounds. Tragically, Ms. Giuffre took her own life, and her posthumously published memoir contained more allegations. Emails emerged showing both Andrew and his ex-wife had continued their association with Epstein much longer than they'd previously admitted. Public anger was rising, with US politicians